Greetings, unsettled souls. This is Sam IB doing political commentary for the Media Speaks. Halloween is over. If you haven't seen the making of the Thanksgiving set, then do make sure you look up yesterday's show if you would. 12 Days of Trump is underway. We're over halfway done, friends. It's day number 7. And going strong here. We're going real strong. We've got wonderful news today, and I'm 9 kinds of excited about sharing it with you. I'm going to screen share so that I can do just that if I'm staring into the screen like a wide-eyed pumpkin for no reason here. There we go. Google is glitchy, friends. Sometimes it works, sometimes not so much. The Hill. Dems anxious over tightening race. Now, the person that's commenting on it here, and you'll see it if you click on it, is saying that it's Hillary Clinton's race to lose. But we'll see that, a lot of this media spin we are seeing here could go in either direction. Because we know for sure that the ABC and CNN polls have been way, 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 way off. And we're seeing a lot of people really coming out in favor of what Trump is saying. As we talked about yesterday, the contract with Black America. There's nothing in that racist at all. As a matter of fact, virtually everything in it are the exact kinds of things that would be needed if you were trying to reclaim a fallen country that is seeing a lot of outsourcing, having destroyed it. That is seeing the end of a lot of jobs that inner city youth used to have, of all colors and races for that matter. But in the instance that he was meaning it in, he was talking about the way it's affected blacks in the inner cities. And I mean, who in the world is against this kind of thing? You got to ask yourself that, especially when it comes time to figure out why an election may be going one way or the other at any given moment. Who is it that stands to benefit by maybe stretching the truth a little bit about who's ahead and who isn't? With that in mind, let's take a really good look at this and analyze it. We're also going to look at the most reliable poll. That would be the IDB poll. Historically, they've been proven the most accurate. We're going to see what they say when we're done with this. How about that? Democrats are getting anxious 1 week from Election Day, with the presidential race seeming to tighten in the wake of the shock FBI announcement. Of course, they reopened up the case regarding her. Do you hear her talk about her lesbian lover, Abedin, as an aide? That ABC News Washington Post tracking poll set weights the Democratic ranks on Tuesday morning, when it found GOP nominee Donald Trump leading Democrat Hillary Clinton by a single percentage point among likely voters. That right there, friends, is the kind of news that we've been looking for ever since they tried to slander Donald Trump for Puttygate. So Donald Trump leading in many polls. What's that wonderful news to hear? It really is. The poll also found strong enthusiasm for Clinton had eroded by 7 points in recent days. The FBI news has given a new spring to the step of Republicans, many of whom were resigned to a defeat that might cost them the Senate majority just a week ago. Look, this is a lot bigger than Donald Trump. It's the fact that a nationalistic movement is coming through this country. And again, that is a good thing. Don't confuse nationalism with socialism. Just because they were one and the same during a really bleak time in history. Nationalism is not a bad thing. Like anything, it can be taken too far, but we're nowhere near that. I mean, who could argue that? On the Democratic side, most supporters of Clinton think she will prevail on Tuesday, but perhaps by a smaller margin than they once had hoped. An ABC News Survey Monkey poll released Monday showed Clinton leading Trump by 6 points nationally. However, there are a lot of polls that have greatly questioned that. We're going to get to them in a minute. The result was a 1-point improvement from the Democrat poll over the same organizations released 6 days previously. On Monday, Reuters poll showed Clinton leading by 5 points nationwide, only a down tick of 1 from the 6. But It's at a minimum, it has put Hillary back on the defense for the closing 10 days of the race, and that's hugely significant, said GOP strategist and Hill commentator Matt McCowiak. It has also brought back all of the questions about Hillary's trustworthiness and honesty. How in the world did this man even manage to type those two words together, say those two words together in relation to Hillary? I mean, I understand he wasn't saying she was, but in the Real Clear Politics national polling average, Clinton's lead stood by 2.2% on Tuesday afternoon. That's down from more than 7 points on October the 18th. Well, maybe that's the kind of thing the Clinton camp gets for drudging up something that had absolutely nothing to do. They wanted to go ahead and call themselves a great helper of women. And then suddenly they got more than mildly offended when it came time to realize, hey, Hillary Clinton has been harassing women who have been harassed by her husband and abused by her husband and raped by her husband for years. Okay, so let's go ahead here and have a look. I'm going to show you, as you see there on the screen, that is the IDBTIVP presidential election tracking poll. Why do I go to that one? Because even though it says Clinton is leading, this is the poll you need to pay attention to. And if you don't believe me, go ahead and look this up yourself. You'll see that I am very much correct on this. IDB has been historically, we've talked about it on this show before, they have historically been the single most reliable polling data ever. They do not usually miss predictions at all. You can go back over the things they've predicted on any number of things, particularly presidential elections, thankfully. And you can see that they are historically the best. Kind of like you can look up in football, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have lost more games than any other team in football history. That's not an assumption. It's not something you say because you hate people in Florida. It's a mathematical fact, okay? It's not arguable, and that's the same thing here. As of November 1st, Clinton 45, Trump 44. Johnson 4.2, Stein 2.1, and other people like Dickie Duncan at 1.3. There's still 4% who are not sure. 4% not sure with an election at Clinton 44.6 and Trump 43.7. Ooh. So maybe this isn't all over yet, friends. You want some more good news? I've got some more good news. WND.com. Rasmussen poll has Trump up by 3%. The most accurate presidential survey also indicates vote shock. Whatever impact the third and final presidential debate of the 2016 election season may have still is to come, but the day after the event, Rasmussen had Trump up by 3. Okay, so this isn't necessarily a brand new phenomenon. This goes all the way back to 1020. So don't listen to them say that Trump has been behind for a really long time, because I've got news for you. That is not a correct view. But you have been listening to the correct views. And it's brought to you by Sticker Junkie. Yeah, it is. So when you get your stickers, go to Sticker Junkie. And on checkout, go ahead and tell them that you heard about it from the correct views. And then you're going to get even more of a discount just because you're a listener of the show. You can also donate to me if you'd like. Every penny you give to me goes towards a better show. The correct views at hotmail.com. Make it PayPal. Also, I'll make sure I get these out to you. $5 for one or $7 for both. They are autographed. And we will be happy to get these to you in the mail. $5 for one, $7 for two. The correct views the correct views at hotmail.com. Good night, friends. God bless.